Today's session of Prime Minister's Questions felt like it took place in a tinderbox nation. The MPs were gathered together in the wake of the horrifying murder of Henry Nowak. And everyone in the chamber knew the depth of shock in the country outside the wood-panelled walls of the chamber. So the Prime Minister had one clear priority. He wanted to damp down on tensions while at the same time signalling that he understood the depth of dismay at the police response to the young man's stabbing. And the fear will be that the disorder that was seen in Southampton on Tuesday is just a glimpse of wider violence that could come. And the Prime Minister stood up, he said, "This is a time for serious work, not rage." And he warned that anyone engaging in disorder would meet the full force of the law. So how would Kemi Badenoch respond? Well, she clearly decided that this was a time to try and bring the country together, and in doing so give a glimpse of what she would be like as Prime Minister. Every life matters, she said. And she told MPs it was the responsibility of everyone in Parliament to bring people together, not divide them.
The circumstances around Henry's wrongful arrest and tragic murder must be a wake-up call to the entire country and our institutions that every life matters. And it is the responsibility of everyone in this House to bring people together, not divide them. So, Mr. Speaker, can I ask the Prime Minister, by how much has the welfare bill risen since he came to office?
Mr. Speaker, can I just first thank her for her approach and her tone in relation to the Henry Nowak tragic case. In relation to welfare, Mr. Speaker, as she knows, we inherited a broken system from the party opposite, and we are now improving that system. Delivering a youth guarantee, rolling out 300,000 work experience placements, and commissioned Alan Milburn's review into youth unemployment. They're the steps that we were taken. As she will know, the number on welfare went up hugely on their watch, as did the cost under the Shadow Chancellor.
A little later, it was Nigel Farage's turn, and he took a different approach. He warned of the depth of anger in the country, and he said it was clear to people across the nation that they were now living under two-tier policing. And he claimed that police were instructed to treat different ethnic groups in different ways. He spoke of anger spilling out in Southampton. As he spoke, the shouting in the Commons got louder and louder, with MPs calling on him to explicitly condemn the violence. And he warned that the anger was in danger of growing considerably worse.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Following the horrendous circumstances of Henry Nowak's death, can I urge the Prime Minister to consider this? It is now clear to growing millions in this country that we're living under two-tier policing. The instructions that are given to police officers from police bosses are clear and written down in ink. It says you must treat different ethnic groups in different ways. That, apart from the upset and the anger at the circumstances of his death, the anger that you saw spilling out in Southampton last night, and which is in danger,
condemn the violence,
which is in danger of getting considerably worse if the public lose trust.
condemn it.
If the public lose trust in being treated fairly by the police, can he take some action, end this divisive practice of two-tier policing, and make sure that all British citizens are treated the same?
Mr. Speaker, I don't believe there's two-tier policing in this country. I'm really shocked that he pretends to have respect for Henry's family and then acts in this way. They are a grieving family.
Mr. Blash, please, it's a very important question. I want to hear the Prime Minister. If you want to carry on, go outside, please, Prime Minister.
The grieving family have asked us not to respond in the way that the Leader of Reform has responded. They've asked us not to. They have lost their son in the most appalling circumstance. They make a simple plea of us as human beings to please not exploit that. That is their plea to us. And we all need to reflect on those words of Henry's father. My response, and the response of others, to be fair, has been focused on the lessons to be learned so we can deliver justice. His response has been to appeal for rage. Rage. That's his response to a father who's lost his son, and ask for that not to happen. Exploiting this tragedy to create grievance and division would be wrong in any circumstances, but to do it when the family are expressly saying, please don't, is unforgivable. It shows exactly who he is.
For Sir Keir, his government's response to this killing could be one of the last major tasks of his premiership. And he said that as a father he felt sick at the murder. He praised the Nowak family for their immense bravery. And in his response to Nigel Farage, he said he didn't believe that there was two-tier policing. And he accused him of appealing for rage. So the atmosphere was tense, it was sombre, but it didn't stop party politics breaking out in the chamber. And Kemi Badenoch asked the PM a very direct question. How much has welfare gone up the bill since he came to office? And when he didn't give a precise answer, she gave one, saying it's £20 billion. She then accused him of giving up on welfare reform, claiming that his party had given up on him. Ouch. So the Tory leader is preparing for the post-Starmer era. She calls him the disappearing PM. Now, she clearly doesn't want the country to think that once he's gone, it's time to give a second chance to Labour. So she reminded everyone who might be watching of how the Labour MPs torpedoed Sir Keir's last attempt to cut the benefits bill. They don't want benefits brought down, she said. Now, Keir Starmer blasted the Tories as totally irrelevant. But MPs will wonder how long it will be before he himself is watching Prime Minister's questions from the back benches.
He says he's proud of what they're delivering. I'm glad to see the Prime Minister still has a sense of humour, given we all know he's losing his job soon. He has no authority, and we know why. His MPs will not let him do anything. The Welfare Secretary said in private what they won't dare say in public. He said, every meeting I have with Labour MPs is about who can we tax in order to pay more benefits.
Shameful.
Last week, Tony Blair said if the Conservative Party repeats its offer of working together on welfare, Labour should accept. So today, I am repeating that offer to the Prime Minister. Is he ready yet?
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, they introduced a system that's broken, and they put the bill through the roof, and now they want to give us advice on welfare. No thanks. No thanks.